Hey, everybody. Tonight you're listening to Mom's Talking Shit podcast, and we're covering the latest episode of 90 Day Fiancé, Season 8, Episode 18, Tell All Part 1. And those producers were ready to tell all because they dropped some bombs, and I felt bad for certain people like Yara. But we're going to get
Yara
right
did
into
not
that.
know. Yeah.
Okay.
Before we do that, though, please be sure to like and subscribe to either our YouTube, if you're watching us on YouTube, or if you're watching us on Insta TV, please follow us on Instagram for all our latest podcasts. Go ahead, girl.
All right. Well, let's talk about Yara. So they were mentioning the season and how they focused pretty much on the beginning and the end because Jovi was away for most of the part. And as we all know, that before they got married, Jovi went to the strip club and he went up to the boom boom room and
He
she had
did.
no idea. No idea. He didn't tell her. He didn't give her a heads up or anything. But the producers showed her the tape. She put his hand down and she started crying. I felt bad for her.
I felt bad too, but you know what? She was like, ain't nothing I could do now.
That's
And she just
Jovi
kept
said.
it pushing. No, I
Right.
felt like she kept it pushing though, because like she wasn't gonna let that stop her. She was like, it is what it is. Like,
Well, I thought that Jovi said it is what it is. I thought she was upset, like she was taken back and unexpected by it. But I feel like Julia jumped in and helped. She's like, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. And the person who's the host, I don't even know her name, but she kept trying to stir up stuff. Like, well, what happened? And then asking
right.
everybody else, like, well, what happens in, upstairs in the private room? And went over to Tariq, and Tariq was like, all right. You talk about politics, you have nice conversations, and nobody wanted to out Jovi. But they were like, it's not a big deal. It is what it is. It was his bachelor party.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. Well, they're doing pretty well though. They have the baby, and they were looking good on the tell-all.
Do
They
you know
really
what I
were.
love? That
What?
they haven't showed the baby's face yet.
I like that too. They're
Mm-hmm.
keeping it private.
Love it.
But did you like how they were on the tell-all? Everybody was coming into the meeting, and who was the biatch?
I don't know.
Natalie.
Oh, why do you say that?
I don't know. I just don't like her attitude.
I felt like she was trying to be kind to everybody, but maybe you're seeing the fakeness come through.
Oh, big time.
Okay. Because I felt like
I
she
don't
was
think they
trying
were
to
ever
be
in
over
love,
nice.
really. Yeah, I don't feel like they were ever in love. I mean, I'm sure the situation probably really upset her, but
Well, they
she was
dropped the
a
bomb
bitch.
that his mother called the neighbor and asked them to stop the wedding when whoever was marrying them, the official, said, does anybody object? They wanted the neighbor to object, and the neighbor wouldn't. Obviously, that's why they got married. But Natalie did not bring her ring to the reunion because she didn't want it to get stolen.
She want to give it back.
I don't know if they were still together.
She doesn't want to give it back.
And she didn't want to talk about it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No.
But the neighbor didn't do it. And I guess the mom was right. She said, I don't think that they should get married. And as we know now, they're not together.
No, it doesn't work out for them in the long run. He gave it a try.
Mm.
He should have did the hairdresser. All right, well, you know the one that Bo and them go to? Did they all three go to her?
I don't know.
All right.
Maybe
well,
she has those kind of talks with all of them.
She probably does have heart-to-hearts. That's how hairdressers are.
They are. They're
Moving
good with
on.
that.
So I didn't know if Yara was being shady to Julia. I don't know. She was like, you're such a bitch. In person, I met you and you're such a bitch. And I'm like, I just love how they interact to each other.
Oh, I totally
It's funny
agree.
to me.
I think that they've had some interesting conversations on the tell-all, like where you were kind of wondering if they were serious with each other. But I think they're honest with each other. But I've seen them on live since the reunion, and they talk and they're friends and they mention it. And they outed Julia because they kept saying like, oh, poor Julia, she has to work on the farm. But it comes out she doesn't have to work on the farm. She chooses to work on the farm because that's Brandon's scope of work. And if she gets to do Brandon's work before he comes home, then she gets to spend more time with him. Because what he used to do before she got there was do the work when he got home from his other job.
Yeah. So either do it. They were like basically like either do it or shut up.
Right.
They did not have any sympathy for her. And then she didn't have any sympathy for Rebecca, who came in looking snatched with no wrinkles on her face. She had no wrinkles. Like, it made me want to try Botox. It
Oh
really did. I'm
no.
afraid. But she looked good.
I don't know what's in that.
She looked good, though. I'm going to say it. She looked good.
Oh, she did look good and good for
And
them. But
Julia was really knocking people who choose to alter the way they look instead of being lazy and not going to the gym. That's what she said.
some people are lazy and don't go to the gym and choose to get surgery, but some people work really hard and they can't do anything about it.
Some things won't move. Yeah, some things just you can't get rid of,
But I
especially
think
if you
she
had
was trying,
kids.
right. But I think she was trying to say too, she just doesn't understand why people go and do that. And I mean, I kind of feel the same way. Like, I know you feel
I
insecure,
wouldn't.
but I'm just so scared. Like, I'm just too afraid to put myself through that kind of extra surgery. And all
Well, I
my,
guess she liked your filter so much she had to look like it.
oh,
As
definitely,
Bazai
she
said.
said.
He said he
Yeah.
liked that filter so much.
But I did want to mention that all the negative things that like I used to not like about myself, I kind of see in my kids, and I love it on them, and it makes me appreciate it on myself more. And
Ditto.
I would almost be afraid that if I did a lot of work to myself, what would they think about themselves? Like, if they had the same features that I had, would they want to change it? But then, like she was mentioning, when you lose a lot of weight and you have all that skin, I mean, there's really nothing you can do about it unless you do the
Get
surgery that she
surgery.
kind of went through.
Because there's only so much that's going to tone up if it's
Right.
a lot of weight.
So there's different reasons. It's hard to say across the board. But I think that Julia was getting some heat for it, but her and Yara were talking on live about it, and she was trying to defend it later on.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so did you also hear that Stephanie declined doing the tell-all with Harris?
No,
I
I
wonder
did
if it's
not.
because she saw the last episode and she saw what's his face kissing his baby mama and like high fiving in the background, doing the like
Money, money,
Miss
money,
Mary Matt,
money.
right? Him and his girl was Miss Mary Matt. They were doing that shit in the background.
Mm-hmm.
They were while they were like coming to America.
High
One
fiving,
kid at a
excited.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, she declined to do it.
I had
So
no
then
idea.
moving on. No, yeah, I saw that. I read that on an article that it was in Touch Weekly, I believe.
All
so, but Andrew, who was looking like something all vampire in Brooklyn.
Or the Count Dracula.
Count
with the purple
Chocula.
outfit. Affula.
Count Chocula with his greasy hair. Was really pissed off because Amira was online on video chat and she declined to do it with him in the room. And he was like, this is BS. I want a chance to talk to her and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I'm out of here. And he did his hair back.
Greased and slicked his hair down.
And it's like, I'm out of here. And he went walking. He got good hair. All right. But no, he doesn't. It's greasy.
No,
what I want to say
is
maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. maybe it's greasy. All right. So I just don't understand why he couldn't have sat his ass off screen so we could have heard what Amira had to say and we could have got on with it. Like, be all dramatic and go home with your cats. Whatever you needed to do. But Amira, I didn't get to hear what she had to say, and we're gonna have to wait for that on part 2.
We do. She said she was never going to let Andrew control her decisions again. She did not want to. And I understand when you break up with somebody, sometimes you just got to cut him off. Like, I don't want to see him. I don't want to talk to him. Like, it is what it is. And I think he went there with the intentions and the excitement of being able to see and talk to her and maybe put her down some more and say how it was her fault some more.
I can
and
see
he didn't get that opportunity, so he walked off stage.
Yep. He was going to run his mouth when all he had to do was shut up and she would have been here.
Do you think...
But they weren't in love.
No. Do you think that he'll be back? Like, for the part 2 reunion?
Yes. He is such a whiny ass baby.
Dramatic.
Maybe he'll come back with his mama. Mommy will be in the audience burping him. I don't know. Cutting his hair.
His mom has not been one of the more wiser moms.
He's like the water boy.
Show. She's been putting him down a lot. I mean, not him down, her down a
Her
lot in
down.
ways that wasn't warranted. Whereas the other moms were quick to kind of put their sons in their places, or not all of them,
Right. Be real with them, pretty much.
Right. Like
All right.
Joby's mom and stuff like that. We love her.
We do.
Yes.
We like her.
Mhm.
All right. So then we had what we talked about Julia and Brandon.
Oh, who wants a baby? And
Mm.
it's funny that everybody on the stage has so much advice and life, experience to tell everybody about. If she wants to have a baby, she can have a baby.
Yeah,
they're
let her have a
married.
baby, but
He's
she compares to
27
having a
years old.
dog. It is different.
It is different, but
Yeah,
when
they
you
do
care
whine though
about
and
your
cry.
dog, but it doesn't matter. I
Maybe
mean,
they do whine and cry. Dog puppies do,
I do think that they should
but
have
it's not the same.
their own place first
Yeah,
before they
me
have a
too.
baby.
Why? They got built-in babysitters and grandma and grandpa. Who long as the baby won't catch them naked in the hot tub.
They're never going to get their own time. Then it'll be out the window.
How about the fact that they revealed that he was going to have a place for them, but it wasn't good enough for Julia. So that's why they stayed with the parents.
Well, I guess it depends on what it was. Yeah, there were.
She said, "I ain't moving in that shack."
Mm-hmm.
Big time.
Yeah.
And then what else did they say? They said that the baby thing, I think they were hoping would happen sooner or later, but that was probably pretty much it, right?
Right. I mean, the parents came on, and Rebecca was saying how it was horrible that they, were like, "Don't leave," when they mentioned about him getting his own place and all that stuff. And again, Rebecca's the wisest mother on the stage to everybody else. I mean, I'm not saying she's a bad mom, but she just was quick to tell everybody
what they
about
should do.
themselves. Mm-hmm.
But how about her daughter saying how much in love Zaire really is?
Yeah, she said that they gave him a hard time.
That's cool.
That it ended.
But wait, we almost forgot about Tariq and Hazel. Okay. A bombshell was dropped again. Well, first off, they were separated rooms because Hazel had COVID or thought she'd been around someone who might have had COVID or something like that.
I missed that. I thought they just had to record in separate rooms.
No. Listen, you missed it. So they had her in a different room because they had been exposed to somebody that might have had COVID, but she was having symptoms.
Okay.
Like cold symptoms and stuff. So they had her in a separate room and she was quarantined by herself.
Okay.
But she found out during this that he still talks to Mindy.
Mm-hmm.
That's horrible. What a liar.
I'm not surprised, though.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how she deals with that shit. But how can you trust him again? Can't you just tell the truth?
She keeps coming back up into the picture. He should
just
let her
together.
go. She's already offering for some other woman to come into the relationship, and he just can't let Minty go.
No.
Like, let her go.
Why can't they compromise? Why can't you have Mincy if she
They
wants
don't want
another woman?
her.
No.
They don't like her.
Oh, well.
Okay.
But that's all we do have for this tell-all. I want to see part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll see some more of Natalie being upset and crying, I'm sure.
I don't know. I get a bad feeling for her, and I don't know what it is.
Why did she didn't get here?
I thought she was here, and she'd have to stay here.
It just didn't work out for her. She became a citizen.
Because I think the way he treated her throughout the thing,
Mm-hmm.
like the day of, you're gonna break it off.
That was trifling. It was.
Do you know what I mean?
The way he
just
did it.
Things like
He's
that.
Indecisive. He can't make a decision.
If you don't want it, just let it go.
Yep.
And he should have done that the first 2 weeks that she came over, because we all knew.
Stop being a punk. Is that the truth? Tell the truth. I don't want you, girl. It's never gonna work. It's never gonna work.
1000%.
It's never gonna work. All right. That's all we have tonight for the tell-all. And thanks for joining us. And be sure to check us out on our website at momstalkingshit.com, where we have all of our merch, all of our YouTubes, and everything. And thanks for the support.
We also want to remember to thank our sponsor, thepolarblast.com.
Yes.
Use promo code MomsTalkingShit for 10% off, where you can get your own customized water piece, or you can get your own customized drinking cup.
Yes.
So, wrong way. So be sure to check out their website for all their great products, and be sure to tune in next week where we get to talk about some more 90 Day Fiancé. Thank you.
Can't wait. Bye.
Welcome to Mom's Talking Podcast. It's Stacy. It's Tony.